Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back, and today we're working on Roxy's Weekly Challenge, week 31, and we're making some tags with lace and fabric. She was inspired by an old video that she made when she was doing the 100 day project, and so this is going to be a lovely one to do. You may have noticed the camera angle is a bit different to usual. You're a lot further away, so I hope you can hear me because my camera is right above me now. But I was so conscious when I was editing the last video that my head kept bobbing in and out. I'm hoping this time you won't see it because it's very distracting, and I don't really want to keep seeing my head bobbing in and out of the camera shot, and I'm sure you don't either. So we've managed to raise up the arm of that's holding the camera so that I'm not so close to it, but it also means it's a lot higher and you can see a lot more of the space that I'm working on, which is fine. I just hope you can hear me because sometimes I know my voice can go a bit quiet, especially when I'm concentrating. So if that happens, I apologise in advance if you can't hear me very well. I will do my best to project upwards. So we're going to start with just a piece of book page. It's quite a nice, reasonably thick one, which I like as my base because then you feel like you've got a decent substrate to work on. And we're just going to collage this to start with, just to give ourselves a background. So I've got, as you can probably see still, because you can probably see everything, this is almost this is like the width of my desk. It's just not nearly so big as my old one. Well, my main one, which is upstairs. I'm still down in the garden room, as you probably guessed. So I had to bring a load of stuff downstairs to do this video. So I'm going to start with working on the front. So we're just going to do like a neutral background with some book pages and some bits and pieces. So I'm going to start doing that, and then we'll take it from there. I think this is going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to doing this because I love to work with lace and fabric, as you may have guessed. So I'm just going to, maybe I'll put it there. Yeah. Okay. Let's just glue as we go. I've got a fairly recent WY magazine to work as my glue page. So let's see if I can find room. Hang on, if I move that over here, I might have room to do a bit of gluing. I think there's going to be a lot of moving things around today because I've got a lot of stuff, because there's quite a lot of processes as usual to one of these videos. I'm just going to do it like that, I think. Or maybe I'll take that out. Yeah, I'll sort myself out. I'll get used to working down here and then I'll be moving back up again. But while it's still quite warm, I mean, it's lovely. The weather's just about perfect at the moment. It's about 23 outside. It's a lovely temperature. It's nice and sunny. But my room still is just a bit airless at the moment because it's too sunny in there to open windows and let some air in. So it's just too much. I just can't. I'm not comfortable up there at the moment. I wish I'd thought of doing this before. Well, it wasn't my idea. It was Richard saying, well, why don't I bring you down a table to work downstairs? And I thought, well, that's a really good idea. I'm happy to go along with that. And he has helped me rearrange the camera so that it can... So hopefully you're not seeing my head too much. I hope that is the case. You should be all right. You should be able to see this okay. It's just a bit strange because the camera is just so far away. I'm not used to it being quite so far away. I'm just going to choose some different colours of papers. I think when Rachel was doing hers, she was using some quite big pieces. I mean, bless her, she was doing it through her tears because she was getting quite emotional, which I quite understand. Having had daughters both applying for university myself and waiting on results to see if they'd get the place they were hoping for, it's a very tense time and it can be very emotional. if they either do get the place they want or don't. So I totally get where she was coming from, and I felt for her, I really did. She's had quite a tough few weeks, so I think she did very well to do a video at all, to be honest. And then I'll put that bit there. And right, go for another bit. Nice piece of a dictionary. I think I better use my ruler before I lose half of the paper. I think I mentioned in my last video that we were going to be babysitting Arlo that evening, and just hoped that he would settle this time and let his mum and dad go out, because we tried a couple of times previously, and little monkey wouldn't settle. And so this time we thought we'll try one more time, but this time they were going to put him to bed and not try and get us to do it, because we thought that might work a bit better, and it certainly did. Good little chap. He'd had such a busy day that day, because he'd been to the Blinter Splash Park with his Auntie Jenny and cousin Lissy. They'd all met up at the nearby splash park, and both the kids had a lovely time there, and they both had other friends join them, so it was a really lovely outing for all of them. And then Jenny and Lissy had gone back to their house afterwards, and the kids had a lovely play in the paddling pool the rest of the afternoon. So little Arlo was absolutely pooped by the end of the day. I imagine Lissy was as well. We did see them briefly. They waited, because we were going over. We got there about 6, and they knew we were on our way, so they waited to say hello before they went home, which was nice, and nice to see the two of them. Jenny'd had a day off to spend it with Alyssa, and yeah, it was lovely to see them. And then they went home, and we spent the evening at Hannah and George's, and the little one was such a good boy. He went to sleep, no trouble at all. And they had a really nice evening, the two of them. They're well deserved as well. You know, they haven't had any time to just having the two of them. Whoops, just rip that up, but I'll put another bit down there anyway. Yeah, they hadn't had any time to themselves, so we were so pleased for them that they actually managed to get out. I'm trying to find another different colour again. I'm just going through, just trying to find different bits of colour. Put that there. Got that little bit. Oh, a nice bit of script. And is that different? No, I need something. Another contrast for the bottom corner. Maybe a bit of music. Maybe a bit of that. Right, that's one side. Now we've just got to do some plainer pieces on the other side, and I'll just, first of all, I think I'll trim off these bits, and then I'll collage some plainer papers on the back. Right, so now we have our bases and we can cut them into tags. So I don't need this box anymore. Let's just get rid of these bits of paper. Just move things out of the way as I work my way through. I've got my trimmer. Trim this edge, tidy it up. This edge as well. Right, so we're going to have 3 tags. I'm going to do pretty much the same. I think it was, I don't think it matters which way up, but I think it was that way. Pretty much the same as Rachel did. It's about, I can't, it's no good measuring it on my mat because I've turned the mat over because it was cleaner on this side, so I thought, oh, I'll use this side, but it's all in centimetres and I don't do centimetres, not unless I have to. So it's about 8.5 inches wide, so they need to be about 2 3/4-ish, just under 3. Okay. 1. How much we got? We've got about half, so yeah. 2, 3. Good. A little trim on the bottom. Sorry, the table's not this table's not as stable as my old one, or my one that's upstairs. So I think you might get a bit of camera shake, especially when I'm doing things like this. So again, apologies if the camera's kind of a bit wobbly. I just realised the camera must have turned itself off, as it does after about 30 minutes. So I don't know how much you've missed, but I've only been putting the cutting the corners from my tags. So I'm just doing the third one now. So I don't think you would have missed much. Oops. Right. Him over there. So I think the next thing we probably should do is our, I think what's it called, the Euro punch. Yes. Right. Let's make sure, try and make sure this is in the middle. Not quite. How are we doing? That's better. One. Okay. Two. I don't know if Rachel did her punching before she decorated or after, but I just feel like it's easy to decorate if you know what you've got. Right, so now we need to put on a little bit of lace, and so I've just got a little pile here of a few that I fancied to choose from. Let's get the fabric scissors. So I've got this lovely piece. It might be the last piece I have. This was one of the first things I bought from a charity shop when I first started doing this, and it was a top that was all lace, all the way down with lace sleeves. It was beautiful, and I've used lots of it over the few years that I've been doing this, and I think it may well be almost the last decent sized piece. So I really like this, and it's nice to be able to use perhaps a bigger piece of it. Just got to decide which way round it should be. I think it should be this way round. I think I will just do that, because Rachel did use quite large pieces of her lace. Just cut that down a little bit more. I wanted the florally bit to show, like that. And what else can we use? Well, again, I'm on this last scrap of this gorgeous vintage lace that I really love, and I might just have a chunk of that. I love this lace so much. Very sad that I've nearly run out, but you have to use these things, don't you? And there's no point in holding them. Oh, I say no point in holding them. I do have some fabrics that I am hoarding, and I'm going to try and use a bit of one of them today. I have bought a bit more Rachel fabric, which if I have time at the end I will show you, but I've left it upstairs. Meant to bring it down and I forgot. So maybe up there, that way, maybe there, maybe not on that one at all, maybe there. Oh, I don't know. Looks like it should be that way around, but somehow it doesn't quite work like that, does it? Well, unless cut this piece off. Maybe that's what I should do. Use this longer piece. I will to get rid of the edge, this edge. Yeah, I think that looks better, like that. Okay, and this will appear another day. What else have I got? I think I need to have something on the other side for this one. Let's see. Got that bit, that's rather nice. How do you look? You're a bit big. A little bit big. Yeah, just take a little bit more off, but not too much. You can let's say she did use quite big pieces on hers. I think her tags may have been a little bigger than mine. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. Right. And then we need some stamped fabric. Stamped fabric. So yes, I have got my stamped fabrics here as well. So I have got some of the pieces from my stamping session with my these different coloured inks and this lovely, I can't remember what it's called now. It's a Tim Holtz stamp, and I want to use it for the Moroccan journal. So I'm just thinking maybe this piece would be quite a nice one. Just to cut this piece out. I haven't got any others for that journal, I don't think. I will have some other bits. I did go a bit crazy with the stamping. I don't know if I've got anything else I want to use. Nope. Okay, I think this will be just right anyway. It's just the right size. Let's do a little tear and see how that looks. I like that. So maybe that would go quite well here. Let's try that. There we go. Oh, you're meant to be over here. And then what else have I got? I've got this piece, which is a nice, I think that's also from, I think this might be from Field Notes. No, I don't think it is. I think I can tear that. It's a bit harder to tear this fabric, so I'm not going to worry. I'll use that on, may use this on one of them. See how it looks. Maybe too small once I've trimmed it. Bit lost on there. Yeah, maybe a bit small. I've got a few other things. Depends on what you want, really. I've got this. It's like a ticket. I have a stamp set with tickets on, which I don't use very often, but I did stamp a few of the tickets on some fabrics a long time ago. And they've got little inspirational words on them. This one says hope. And that's always good, isn't it? Have some hope. Hope for the future. Right, let's see, where will you go? Will you go down here? Nothing on there. Just not sure. I want something, I think because this isn't very big, I think I need a bigger piece of stamped fabric, so maybe this will be better here. How about that there? Okay. Alright, what else have you got? I mean, I have got some of this in the turquoise, which would be quite nice too. It's an option because I could use that for the other journal, the third one in the series. But let's go for something else for now. See if I can find something bigger that's not Moroccan, because we don't want to just do Moroccan stuff all the time. Although I've got quite a few that I did on that session, haven't I? Ooh. piece, which is a bit messy looking, I don't know. Clock, or this is rather nice. Could take that out, that's nice. Remember. Or I've got these roses. That might look okay. Some of these are quite small. Quite often, I mean, I forget I have these. I really must remember because I've got some nice little stamped bits here, and I often forget I've got them and I don't use them. I only remember them when Rachel does something with them, which is a bit silly, isn't it, really? I might, oh, is that stamped up a bit better? That was come out a bit better, that one. This one's come out really faint. Oh no, it's the other side. That's why it looked faint. Yeah. All right, let's try that. Let's get all these other bits back in the box. Okay. I will trim this down a little. Might just round those corners a little bit. Maybe I'll put this over the top. So, I like things to connect, or just sort of plonked separately. I feel like they should somehow connect with each other a little. So that one, and this one, I think. Don't think I want this one. Let's try this just in case. I rather like that. I don't know why. I just rather like it. So I might just use that instead. And no, I don't know if I can use that. But okay, let's glue these on and then see what we do next. We had a lovely day yesterday. Yes, Friday. It was, in theory, Hannah and Arlo's regular day to come and visit us. But they've hardly managed it for the last few weeks for different reasons. But yeah, they came for the day. They were here nice and early. So that they could get here before he needed his morning nap, because what's happened in the past is that she's left home at about the time he needs his nap and he's fallen asleep in the car, and then she's been stuck in the car with him for an hour, and I've had to bring her out tea and biscuits or something to keep her going. But she thought, well, if she could come a bit earlier he could nap in the cot, which would be better for him as it's so hot in the car now. I mean, you know, we're having a lovely summer and that's what happens. Everywhere gets quite hot inside, so I thought it wouldn't be good for him to be sitting in the car having his naps, and it wouldn't really be much fun for her either. So they came a bit early, and he was pretty much ready for his nap. Oh, a little bit of glue there. So So he quite quickly, I think he was here for about half an hour, and then she put him to bed, which worked very well, just for a little while. And we were able to have a cup of tea and a chat. And then when he got up, we went to, it's an English heritage sort of old house, beautiful gardens, and it's the place where Richard has been volunteering periodically. Hasn't been for a while, but he has. He volunteered enough to get free membership of the English Heritage, so we all got in for free, which was nice. We took a picnic, and it's actually, if any of you are Bridgerton fans, and I, as you may know, I'm a huge Bridgerton fan, a lot of it was filmed in Rest Park, where we were. Certainly in the grounds. I don't know about indoors. I suspect not so much indoors, but yeah, there was a sign saying various bits that had been filmed there. And both my girls are very big Bridgerton fans as well. So she said, "Oh, yes, I recognise that. I recognise that." I'm hopeless. I didn't recognise anything. I may have watched them 2 or 3 times, but I didn't really recognise that. But you know, it gives you an idea. It's a beautiful place. So yeah, we had a really lovely couple of hours there. Had to get him home for his afternoon nap, of course. I mean, we're very much, at the moment, very much guided by when he needs his naps. But yeah, we had our picnic under a tree, so it didn't get too hot, and he had a lovely time. He really enjoyed himself. Walking up, because we went into the house as well. You can go in into this old, it's a North Manor house. It's a beautiful house. I don't know if the outside shots have been included in some of the Bridgerton filming. It may have been, but it is a lovely house. It's not furnished, but you can kind of use your imagination a bit. And because there was no furniture, he was able to, but there was all carpet. It was all carpeted. So we put him on the floor, and away he went. Whoo! Getting all excited. He gets very kind of get this little excited squeal when he sees he's got some space and he can really go for it. And he also loves walking everywhere. I mean, poor Hannah, her back's beginning to really, really hurt now because he just wants to be on his feet. But he's not stable enough to walk on his own, of course. He's only 10 months, but you have to hold his hands and walk him along, which is quite hard work. I've tried it. I could do it a little bit, but she gets to do it a lot, and I think it's beginning to really take its toll on her back, bless her. But you know, he just enjoys it so much. He squeals and gets all kind of all excited because he can go places. I mean, it's the first time he's been doing that since, it was the first time he'd been here since he started doing that. Oh, and he loved going and trying and exploring all the rooms. And these are coming along. I like these. And this one is the last one. How are we doing for time? Well, we'll be all right because I shall speed bits up. Yeah, so it was a lovely day, and I think he went straight to bed when he got home. That's the second grandchild this week that we've worn out. Feel like we're doing our job. We're wearing out the grandchildren, sending them home, pooped, and ready to sleep. Mind you, we were pretty pooped too. And I think because it was when we had Alyssa on Monday, I think we were more pooped after we had Alyssa for the day. I think that will change when we have him on our own for a whole day, which is going to happen in middle of September. I think I need to put this underneath, don't I? Okay, whoop. I need to concentrate. It's too easy to forget what you're doing when you're chatting. And I do hope you can hear me okay. And you're not just getting this sort of mumble, this incoherent mumble. Oh well, I'll put that over the top because it's stuck now, but that's okay. So how are you all? Are you having a decent summer where you are? Ours was late to start, but we're getting it a decent amount of a nice settled period of weather at the moment. And at the moment it's looking okay for the next week. I mean, the odd shower here and there, but the temperatures are staying pretty stable, which is really nice. Just nice, particularly in the summer. We had such a terrible August last year where the kids were off. At least they'll have a few weeks of decent weather, which we don't get very often in August somehow. We often seem to get the decent weather a bit earlier if we're going to get it. May or June quite often. Sometimes in July. But often August is a bit unsettled, shall we say. So hopefully you're all enjoying it too. Not too hot. I mean, I feel like I'm really hot when it's, for most people it'll probably be quite, just pleasant. But I'm always either too cold or too hot. I like things to be just somewhere in the middle. All right, let's do the next thing, which is to make little hangy, taggy things. Now let me remember how she did it. Oh, I didn't bring down my twine, so I might have to go and get that. So I will pause the camera for a moment, go and get the bits I forgot, and I'll be right back. Right, I've got my twine ready to go. I have all the other things I need. I was talking about hoarding fabrics, and I'll show you the one I'm going to use a little bit of. But I thought while I was upstairs looking for getting my twine, I thought I'd also get out the new fabric I got from Rachel. And do you think I could find it? I hunted everywhere in my room. I couldn't remember where I put it. And I thought, well, that's just ridiculous. I only got it a couple of days ago. And it was in here all the time. I'd already had it in here ready to show you. So here it is. I mean, it's one of the bigger pieces, which means I can use it as a journal cover, which I think would... I'll just move these to one side for a moment. So yeah, I've got this. It's hard to know how to get it all in the camera, but at least I've got a better amount of space, I suppose, at the moment to show you, because it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I will have trouble using it because it's so beautiful. I just sat there looking at it and all the different bits. Look at this. It's just so gorgeous. So I'm thinking maybe it'll make a nice 50s journal cover when I get around to doing that. So we've got that bit, but there's more. And then there's this bit. I think this is what she's calling her antique fabrics or antique patterns or something like that. I'm not quite sure what it's called, but you buy it in two pieces. I think this is the larger piece just because I wanted as much as I could manage. But it is just so beautiful. Putting it up here so you can see it all. It's just, I love it. So I'm going to have trouble using it, but I will use it because if I don't use it, I can't buy any more, can I? So I must try and use some when I've decided quite what I'm going to do. Apart from a journal cover, I'm sure I should do at least one journal cover with it, and then we'll see what else I make with it. Probably I'll use it to make pockets and things. But yeah, I just love that, so I thought I'd show you. Right, let's get back to work. Where's my tags? There they are. So now we need to choose some bits of fabric and some labels so we can hang them. So I'm going to start with my fabrics, and I've got here the bag of fabrics that I'm going to use for my next Moroccan journal. So I thought if I could find a piece of this, I could just cut into a nice hangy strip. So that might be a bit too heavy. this might work. In fact, I've got a little piece already cut, a bit small. I need a long piece, so it needs to be a piece that can be cut in the right way. I wasn't sure if I'd find anything. Got a few little bits of this. I might be able to cut that to size. Not that one. Don't know what I've got here. Well, this piece might work. Might not be long enough. Not sure. Doesn't matter really how long it is. Just see what I've got here really. I just like looking at these. Some of them are a bit too embellished to use. But this is a bit more blue than purple, so it might not be even right for the journal. Gosh, I've got lots of these little bits. I'm not quite sure how I ended up with so many. If this is how it came, I'll probably cut it up. So I've got this piece. I could cut that into a long piece. Yeah, some of these are really not that suitable for doing this. A bit more of my stamp fabric there. That doesn't belong in there. What's this? Well, that's quite a nice piece, isn't it? That's nice because it's flat, but it's got a nice pattern on it. And there's this as well. Okay, all coming out now. Now I like those two, I think. Right, let's put the rest back in the bag. So I think I like this one for this in the end. So let's just put that there. Right, so that's that one. Now I have this beautiful piece of William Morris. This is the one I've been hanging on to. In fact, I've got two William Morris fabrics. I probably showed them to you when I first got them. So I've had them a little while now. I haven't done anything with them, but I just love them. Love the colours. So I thought, well, I mean, this is the whole height of it. So it's just about going to be big enough, I think, for a, what's the height? I think it was about 10.5. So it's probably just big enough, maybe only 10, yeah, about 10.5 high. Just tall enough to use for a journal cover, but it's really quite long. So I can certainly use some, so why not? Why not use some for this? So I'm just going to cut myself a nice, I've done two pieces, yes I have. It's okay, because that was just, fortunately I've just caught at the edge of the selvage there, so I'll probably cut that off anyway. Let's just tear a strip, see how it tears. I really must use some of this, or it's not easy to tear. Okay, try again. Are you going to tear? I might have to try and cut it straight. Okay, just about. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I love these. I love these William Morris patterns. You may have realised or noticed that how much I love a bit of William Morris. And that one goes with that. So where have you gone? So this one, I have to decide which bit I use, but it's really pretty. I think I quite like this one with this. And then I've got a box here of scraps of other bits that I like. Where are we? What have we got? More William Morris. I've got a bit of this pink and blue, which might work quite well with my ballet journal. I mean, the thing is, if you don't make it too themed, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter because I can use it somewhere else. So, I'm not sure, I think I might want more pink. I'm just going to cut it, I think. Cut it to the length that I want. How long do I want it? I'll leave that long. Just cut this bit off. There's that piece, and now we need some, I suppose I better cut a piece of this as well. While I'm here doing a bit of cutting, let's cut that piece. I may need to straighten that up a little. Oh, that's a bit long, isn't it? A little bit long. I might do that over that side, yeah. Okay. And we need to find a label, a long label for each one. That one might go with that. Yeah, I think that would go. These are some Tracy Fox labels. Yep. Let's not take too long to make these decisions. I haven't got many long narrow ones, so I think I need to maybe print some more off. Is that the same one? I think it is. Had it a while, so maybe I'll use that one here as well. If I've got anything else, just in case. The blue. No. Just check the other the other label set, the Shabba Dabba Doo Dah ones. So I did think I had some narrow long ones with this set, but I don't think that goes. Nope. You. I really rather like these ones because they've got a nice shape to them, so I'm going to stick with that. Oh, what's this one? Oh, some lurking at the back here that I haven't spotted. I'll just try them. Maybe that one would look okay. Let's see. What goes on the front? That's a bit blendy there, isn't it? That's going to show up more. Let's go with that. I think. Yeah, okay. So, better cut this down, haven't I? Which bit am I going to use? That end. Or the other end? I like this end. So these, is this on label paper? They need to be made a little bit sturdier, so Rachel backed all hers onto some thicker paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. This is on a label, so that'll make life a bit easier. And I've got this quite thick piece of page. In fact, I think I might be able to get Might be able to get them all on here, I'm not sure. That might go that way, then I could get them on. Right, now I think we've got the tricky part, punching holes. I think this is a little bit too long, so I'm going to just lop a bit off the bottom. And then we have to line these up. I think I might put that on top and see if I can get it to punch a hole. Smaller hole, I think, for this. See if it went through the fabric. Yeah, it did, just about. Okay, that one. Try putting the fabric on the top. Don't know if that makes it any easier. Try both ways. Okay. Right. And this one. That was nice and clean. So to do that, I'll take a piece of twine. Of course it immediately splits by the other end. Right, now need to tie it to our tag so that they hang down. That's the idea, I think. So just got to tie a little knot. So you need more than you think for this. So you can twist it around and fold it through. That's it. I think I might need to pull it up a bit more. It to hang down too much. There's that. I think that's what it's supposed to do. Not sure that's right. see what she did. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Well, it's kind of roughly the idea, I think. Feels like it's, yeah, I think so. Can't see how else you'd do it. All right, let's try doing the other two. Right, so there we have our 3 tags with lace, stamp fabric and other fabric and a sort of dangle with a label. And I've hung, although these were the same, I've inadvertently hung them both the different way up. I don't think that matters. I had planned to hang them both this way round with the little shaped bit at the bottom, but I didn't. It doesn't matter. So there they are. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed these. I have, and I hope my head hasn't bobbed in and out too much this time. We'll see, and I hope you can hear me. And I'll be back. I will see if I'm still back here next time, depending on the quality of the video that I'm able to produce. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.